Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my show. This is Master Ma, and today I'm so happy it's on a super Sunday. I hope you are doing fine from wherever you are watching from, and many thanks for watching. Welcome to my show. This is Master Ma, and we are doing the trending 360. So when I talk about the trending 360, I mean the trending stories, the whole world. So the whole world is like a circular universe. And when we talk about 360 trending news, it's all the trending stories that has been making headlines throughout the week. Okay, so there is Premier League, there is the Russian guy, there is this local fight between Majembe and Mbavu the Destroyer, and then we have many trending news. Donald Trump. We have the trending stories from all the way from Russia. We have trending stories all the way from different corners of the world, and that is what we'll be talking about today on our live session. My name is Master Ma. Welcome so much to this YouTube channel, and this is the #1 trending YouTube channel in history. So you can take this to the bank, guys. This is the #1 trending YouTube channel in history. I guess you can take that to the bank because I guarantee you that this is the best platform ever you'll ever find. Okay, let's get started. So if you are new here and you are watching for the very first time, it's a humble request, by the way. It's an honor to be here. Many thanks for watching. And as well, if you feel free, you can subscribe to the biggest YouTube channel in the world, because who does not want to be amongst the greatest live streamers? Okay, so if you want to be among the greatest subscribers of this greatest YouTube channel in the world, so it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Okay, so there is a lot, there is plenty in store for you, plenty in store for me, and this is what we are going to discuss. And let's get started, my guys. Let's get started, and we'll be starting with the trending stories. So do we start with the football, or do we start with the local trending news? Otherwise, let's get started. Let's go. Now, our first trending story of the week that captivated my attention. It actually got my attention. I had decided to be a good person this week. I said I was not going to react to anything. But this one pulled me from my chamber. And I said, well, if it concerns us, why not? Why not? Huh? Because we are Africa, and Africa is our business. I was telling you that one ever since. Since we started the I Should Speed Tour, I was telling you, in as much as Africa is our business, then everything that has to do with us, it's our concern. Now, there is this story of the Russian guy, Vladimir. So Vladimir is one amazing guy. So cool. He's so cool. But his story is even saddening, because this guy went ahead, picked up girls in Ghana, and that was not enough. He came to Kenya because he saw the Kenyan vibe was such a crazy vibe, and he came to Kenya and did the same to our girls, to our women, to our mothers, to our sisters, to our daughters, to our role models, to our modeling queens. And this guy was using some AI sunglasses. These were some cameras that all the prey that he actually predated did not realize that this guy was shooting, because he had some unique glasses. So everybody was thinking that these are normal glasses, but these were not normal glasses. They were a highly technified glass. Okay, you might think it's a normal. You see the glasses that bodyguards usually use. So the bodyguards usually use special glasses that contain earpiece. Okay, so like it has a microphone, and it also has earpiece. That is what the bodyguards use, especially the high-end bodyguards, the people of, let's say, the presidential escort. They use highly technified uh, glasses. So their glasses contains, we call these ones, we call it AI glasses. It has a camera, and it also has a voice recorder. So, but for the military personnel, the presidential escorts and bodyguards, their glasses usually contain camera. It has earpiece, and then it has a chip, a microchip, a microphone, in that they can communicate without you noticing. Okay, but for this guy, it was special because this guy had a 360-degree camera. It was taking a wide angle. So if you studied camera, we have different panoramic setting. Okay, so you can choose 360, you can choose to just focus forward, and there are different settings on the camera. Now this guy from Russia was actually using, it was like a wide angle camera. So like this guy could keep distance between you and himself, and then you will be captured fully. But the most disturbing thing is that the guy went ahead, picked up women all over Ghana, and came to Kenya, did the same thing. And it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate because the guy went ahead and started leaking the videos. Now the most disturbing part is that the guy is leaking the videos, and the videos are actually getting out of hand, because the internet right now is so, it's like a wildfire. So any trending rumor, it spreads like wildfire. And those girls that were exposed, not only girls, we have mothers, we have very decent workers, security guards, cashiers, nurses, business women, business ladies, mothers. They were being exposed. They are exposed now, and the most disturbing part, it is not the exposing, because some of these family members are getting into contact with those videos. Now that is the most disturbing part, because the families are getting to know. Imagine your husband watching your video with a Russian guy, the guy you don't know, the guy you met just on a single day. You were seduced with only 5 words. I remember the guy was saying, hello. And then you reply, hello. And then he tells you, you look good. And then you'll say, oh, thank you. Okay? After saying, oh, thank you. And then he'll ask you, do you live around here? And then you say, of course. And then the next thing is that I need to see you after work. Oh. And then you and your impatience. And then you say, it's okay. Then you exchange contacts. And then after you meet that guy in the B&B, you are the two of you. You get out of control. And then you're slaughtered. Now that is what happened to our women. Okay, in that issue I said I will address it because it's an emerging issue and it's affecting us as a society. Because I believe when you touch a woman, you've touched the whole community. When you touch a woman, you touch the whole community. Because I believe early on, while we were growing, they were telling us if you educate a woman, you educate the society. Now imagine right now, if you touch and infect a woman with HIV AIDS, then you are infecting the society. Because for women and children are the most vulnerable. So men, we can survive. But if you touch women and children, now it becomes a disaster. Okay? And that is what happened in Kenya courtesy of the Russian guy Vladimir. He has infected Kenyan women, more than 400 Kenyan women. I don't know which kind of powers the guy is using, because tell me how you can seduce a person or a woman with 5 words, while there are other sims talking straight taking 3 months. The world is so crooked, man. The world is not so easy for the good man. The man with a good intention has no place in this world, but the man with a ill intention has a place in this world. And that is how the system works. Okay, if you have a proper plan, go to the internet right now, see the content that is selling. People with decent content are nowhere to be seen. People with decent content, they don't get likes and views because people don't want that. But people with some erotic contents, they are the one getting the views. And even it's so sad, like the mainstream social media platforms, they don't even care about children no more. They don't care about children no more, because adult content is being exposed to children right now, only for the views and likes. And this is the society we are in. And when it got to my attention, I said, well, this is an issue that we must discuss. Now, that is not even the interesting part. The interesting part is the biggest question I was asking myself. Is it that the African women especially, I'll not include all of Africa, because we've not seen Uganda, we've not seen Nigeria. I don't know if there is some videos of them, but the affected here are Ghana and Kenya. Now, it got me asking myself, is it that the African women are so cheap? Or is it that the African women have that desire to be so rich very quick? Is it the get rich quick scheme that is affecting the African women? Because I got to think, if this was an African guy, then he would have been judged wrongly. But I tend to believe that the African women were believing, when a guy comes from the US, Russia, those are first world countries. So the African women were tend to believe that if a guy comes from those countries, then this guy is stable, this guy is well packed. I tend to believe what actually made these girls to fall in the trap, it is the get rich quick mentality inside them. Like they saw this is an opportunity to fly out of Kenya. No one will fly you out of Kenya until you work hard for yourself. And that is the problem that was the biggest problem with our girls, women, mothers. I saw a woman with his 2 children, and when he was approached by the Mzungu guy, the woman agreed. And I know she went and left the children with their father and told him, maybe I'm going for a prayer meeting, I'm going for maybe circles. But the guy went to meet a foreigner. You see? So you leave your husband with the children, then you bathe, dress well, like on a dinner date, and then you go meet a stranger. And then when you get infected, you start blaming the devil. It's not the devil. The work was so simple. You tell them, the Russian guy, hey man, I'm married. Simple. This is the ring. You show the ring, okay? You escape the trap. But they desire to get rich. I can say this all lust. Lust for material wealth. Lust for fame. Lust to get rich. Why should you leave your husband and go meet a foreigner? Women, you need to raise the bar high. All those women that were captured in the videos, some of them we know them. Some of the women there, we know them. They are part of some families in Africa, in Kenya especially. So you see, it's so sad seeing some of the faces that are familiar to us. Now it becomes a shame. Even I saw the guy pulled a lady from a church, and it's so sad. It's so sad because it's so sad, guys, because people are saying um, it's so sad because people are now blaming the pastor of that church. There is a church in Roysambu where the guy picked a lady, and the pastor was saying, "This is my daughter. Oh, how are you related?" And the guy was saying, "She's my friend." And the pastor was asking the girl, "Oh, he's your friend. How long have you been in contact?" And the girl was saying, "Maybe 3 days, 2 days." And the pastor kept insisting, "Oh, that's my daughter." I know even the pastor saw an opportunity to siphon some money from the Russian guy. That is the bitter truth. Even the pastor did not have the spiritual eyes to see the motives behind this guy. The pastor as well was so impressed by the Russian guy. Oh, and the Russian guy is so smart. He kept escaping all the questions by the pastor. And the pastor was asking, "Oh, where are you from?" And the guy kept saying, "My English not good, speak Russian." So the guy kept escaping all the questions. "My English not good, pastor. My English not good, speak Russian." Okay? So the pastor kept, "Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, that is my daughter. Oh, sorry? That's my daughter. Sorry? That's my daughter." Until when will we have this mentality of seeing others as superior? Because the mentality of seeing others as superior and not believing in ourselves is what is killing this generation. Not only this generation, but everybody is killing everybody. They desire to get rich. So when we see others, we don't genuinely love them. We love them with the benefits. I'm sure all the ladies did not love the Vladimir guy. That is the bitter truth. All you ladies that were exposed in the videos, now we are blaming the Russian guy. We are blaming the Russian guy. But we are not questioning the integrity of our girls. For me, I'll not blame the Russian guy, because the Russian guy was doing a social test. He was doing a social test and telling people, "Hey, see how your women actually are." He was giving the true picture of our women. Like the Vladimir guy came all the way from Russia, and he had only one intention: to pick up girls, simply. And that is why, if you follow along the story, the guy is said to have mastered the art for 15 years. So he did a research. He took his laptop, typed how to seduce a girl and pick her up within 1 minute. And the guy only used 30 seconds. He comes from nowhere and starts smiling at you. "Hello." And you reply, "Hello." He does a 360 to you, and you feel like jumping up and down, and then you are finished. Why? Because of low self-esteem and lack of self-belief. And it's so sad, out of the 2 countries, over 800 girls, only one person, only one girl rejected the man. Okay? And all these girls were decent, with no tattoos, clean hair. They looked like wife materials. And that's why they say, do not judge a book by its cover, because all these girls looked like wife materials. Now, okay, I'll not blame all the girls, but there were some women amongst those affected that were married. I don't blame the single ones. Single ones and single mothers, I don't blame you, because maybe you saw that as an opportunity to get a boyfriend or a husband. But again, you should question your integrity. How can you be slaughtered on the first day? How can you sleep with someone on the first day? That means you're cheap. So there is no excuse. There is no excuse. In as much as the whole scenario happened, it happened how it happened. But again, I'll not defend any woman. I will not. Because it happened how it happened. You saw. It was an ability to question your integrity. As a woman, as a Kenyan woman, as a African woman, as a mother in Africa, as a daughter in Africa, you needed to question your integrity. How can you meet someone in a B&B at night? Because all those people, he was asking to meet them in the evening. Why are you going to meet someone, a stranger especially, in the evening at 7? What were you thinking? What were you thinking as an African woman, a desperate African woman, going to meet a Mzungu guy, a Russian guy, at 7 p.m. in an undisclosed location? In as much as we are blaming the devil for some things, you need to think. Meet this guy in the morning. Say, can we have lunch date? It's our first time. I won't be coming. If you are busy working, you can meet them on Sundays. Sundays are days for resting. Okay? Sundays are days for resting. You can meet them on Sundays. Have a lunch date on Sundays. Why are you going? Why are you taking an Uber to go to undisclosed location on in the evening with a stranger? This guy, you only know 4 words from him. Hello, you look good. He does a 360 to you and asks you, I need to see you in the evening. Come with me. Simple. It painted a bad picture about African women. So right now the whole world is considering African women as so cheap. They are considering African women as so cheap. Very cheap. And that is why everybody right now, so guys, I know for the people watching outside Kenya, I know many people watching from the US. And the people of US specifically, I know you so common to this figure, Andrew Kibe. Andrew Kibe is a popular figure in the Kenyan industry as well, the media industry. So Andrew Kibe kept warning us about women. He kept telling us the side effects of women. You know, he had an experience for himself. Andrew Kibe was married for many years, and he was in this lover boy situation, lover boy mode. And what happened to him? The guy hated women and never believed in marriage again, because he says marriage is like a foolish thing or a scam. But that is not important, because marriage works, okay? So it depends with who you are dealing with, and you are viewing from whichever point. If you don't believe, it will not work for you, because you cannot be supporting something that again you are against. So like you are pushing yourself and then you are pulling yourself. So if you believe in marriage, you have to believe in it. It will work. If you don't believe in marriage, then you need to step aside, because it will not work. Because at the end of the day, if you don't believe, nothing will work. But if you believe, then there is a probability that maybe it will fail, but again it will rise and work, because this is a system. Okay, so Andrew Kibe, everybody is supporting Andrew Kibe right now, because Andrew Kibe was predicting the future of how easily you can get a woman. And he was saying even a blind man, a deaf person, a man with without legs, a sick person in the hospital bed. He was saying that African women, not African, he was saying that women are so cheap, and you can actually get a woman even if you are going on your way to die. He was actually portraying a bad picture about women. But again, people came, they were talking about against him, saying, oh, he was bitter. And after some times, actually that is what happened, because everybody is now seeing the real picture about how all the women, out of 800, all the women, they were picked up in less than 4 words. Okay, and it came to my understanding that to get a woman, now this is a tip to boys, to get a woman you need to just portray the picture. Portray the picture like you are doing well, and that's the mechanism of how the Russian guy was able to get all the African women for himself. So it's like you need to portray a picture like you are doing fine. You portray a picture like it's like you are doing super fantastic, and then you grab all the ladies in the street and you become the king. It's so sad. It's so sad, guys, how the society really operates. It's so sad how the society really operates. And I hope the thing stops. I hope the thing stops, because right now, guys, there is a church secretary. Okay, this is a woman leader in church that was taken by the same guy. So remember, the guy picked a lady in church. He picked an elderly woman from church. He picked a cashier. He picked a nurse. He picked a security guard. He picked a woman who was selling groceries. Like, this guy wanted to demonstrate something. He wanted to show, like, all the women, I can literally pick them up regardless of their career. You saw how this guy was operating. He even managed to pick a woman who was picking her kids from school. That is how serious this issue is. Okay, so we cannot take it lightly. And the bottom line of it is that this guy was having unprotected business. So he was actually spreading killer disease. And now, out of the 800 women, I know there are thousands that were really spread, were really affected with HIV. Okay, because, guys, out of the 800 ladies, I know they have boyfriends, and maybe some of their boyfriends are cheating. Okay, some of their husbands are cheating, and that is why, guys, this society right now, you need to only have one partner. And if you can have a partner and settle, it is good for you. It might seem like you are outdated or you are programmed like a failure. You might look like a failure, but that is wisdom. You pick a partner, you settle, because the more the number of partners you have right now in this generation, the more you are killing yourself, because all these people are mixing souls. Okay, they are with you and then they go with another person. That person has another person, the other person has some 3 persons. So, like, it's an ecosystem of failures. But you can make a decision from your heart and say, hey man, me, I don't want to be like the world. I want to live a unique life. And you settle for the little you have. You get satisfied and say, me and my partner will struggle until we make it. So the rich get rich quick. That scheme of getting rich quick should not be amongst you. You should not even think about it. You should not even think about it. Okay? Don't think about it, guys. Okay, otherwise, many thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share. Until next time, guys, we out.